Good, beautiful fall morning to you guys. We're heading out to check some fields. I actually got a moisture checker right with me, riding shotgun there. My brother started harvesting some corn this morning with his little crew we got going on there. My machine's still set up for beans, but we're still kind of waiting on some of them. I checked a field already this morning that looked like it would go later today. The problem is it's got, it rained and there's still some moisture, on the floor, and then you get these really dewy mornings. I wouldn't be able to go till probably 11 o'clock anyway, so I'm going around checking some cornfields with some moisture, with this moisture checker. Also going to check a bean field or two while I'm up here, and hopefully kind of put a plan together, because we're kind of still in between. We'd like to be able to just maybe hit the beans hard and get done, but some of them aren't. A lot of our beans, actually all of our beans, been replanted at least once, if not twice. The problem is we kind of got a lot of variations out there, but I'm gonna go out to check this pivot here. I might find a pivot road so I don't have to walk the end rows here. Just out of curiosity. Man, that shadow's really in there this morning. Oh, that's bumpy. I think I'll drive to the pivot point, because that'll give me maybe a better guesstimate of the field average. Back there, it's kind of the peak of the hill, and usually like this year, especially, it's extra dry, and so that's gonna be a drier reading anyway. Use this pivot track to get me a little bit further out in the field. Let's go with this. Good thing to do while I'm out here is kind of do a stock check, see how the stock quality is. I feel like that guy kind of broke off. I mean, not that it should stand firm, but you can kind of get a guesstimate on what we're dealing with out here. So I'm just gonna start hacking some of these off. So the key is to kind of blend some of these off. I get 2 or 3 years in each sample. Okay. I think the key was on these to always get these level. Jeez, that was dry. I'll be darned. That's crunchy. I bet that is. Interesting. I did not expect it to be that dry. Even if the bottoms are 2 points drier, that's still binnable direct into the bin. So I will get on the horn and tell Tom. Yeah, I sent him the text, let him process that information. I'm gonna head over the hill here, just to the east. We got a pivot that we tried some beans on. Actually, there's one of the videos earlier. Hopping over the hill looks like it lost a lot more foliage. Frost might have got some of it, but we didn't get a really hard freeze here. The thing with those late planted beans, we're gonna be having corn ready the same time our beans are ready. So we're gonna have to pick and choose who we love more. That's never a fun situation. Could be a deal where we finished out today doing corn. Maybe go tomorrow, switch back over to beans if we get a field done. We'll see. It's nice when you gotta unhook stuff, especially not pertaining to farm. So I'm gonna be switching this back over the corn right now. One of the things we have to do in the back is this spreader. Add these. I think these are kind of for if you have a 40-foot head that throws it further, and these 35s, because if we don't, it leaves kind of a streak through the field. Take them off, but in corn we need them to throw up further, so we got to put those back on. Oh, that takes a lot of time for no more than what it is. Okie dokie. We are going to slow down our chopper speed. This is a transmission, shoving that in Puts it in a slower gear somehow. See right there, in corn, small grains, spreads it further. Another thing is the knife thing. Just adds a little more chopping. Corner we don't really need for this type of stuff. Over here is a diverter. What this does, it kind of diverts it a little bit differently. Oh, I'd have to show you sometime, but I'm not going to open all that up. But it allows that crop coming out of there divert. It's meant for corn versus small grains, so that's another thing you gotta do when we're switching over the beans. Last thing is this feeder house drum is in the lowered position. We need to raise it up a little bit, and how you do that is over here on the sides, and this is still kind of a joke, I think. You gotta, I don't know why they put these hoses right in the way. But since I don't have a great spot for the camera, I'm gonna have to set it down and go from here. Catch you in a sec. Oh, you're not welcome. Oh, sure. I don't think he left, but he's not bothering me. Okay, we're gonna take John after a grain cart that's kind of at another field. We gotta jockey all this stuff around. Now I'll come back to my combine, take it out to the field, and maybe, you know, before the day's over, we'll pick a kernel. Oh man, let's catch you up to speed here. So, we're jockeying everything around, right? We had a cart kind of in another field, which is probably 4 or 5 miles out of the way. Then Tom was in a different field, moving to another field, to the field that we're going to. Keep up here. I was inspecting fields, and then my combine was at the farm, but I took my brother John to the grain cart after he got done trucking, and we got up there. I was overconfident in the fact that his tractor would start, so I get halfway back to the farm. Turns out the battery was dead, so I came back, boosted him, got him going, came back, and now I'm heading back to the field that Tom's heading to with my combine, so we can pick that corn that was testing 16 roughly, and we'll see what it is. So a little personality trait about me, I don't like to be the one trying to get everything set up and going. I kind of like being the one in the machine actually picking stuff, because I get antsy. I get a little too antsy sometimes, and I'm probably not the most happiest person when I'm doing that. Say if something just doesn't go quite right, so that's kind of a fault of mine. I know I seem pleasant, handsome, and just all around a great guy on this thing, but I'm not perfect by any means. Kind of like the saying, we're sorry for everything we said during harvest. It's true here most of the time. Okay, new track spacing on the right field. We're good. Want to make sure our machine shearing right here is going good. I don't know if you can see that. Here we go. Forgot to shift my training in the other speed. switcheroo, couldn't quite make it clear through the field on one grain tank, which these are a little over 500 bushel grain tanks on these now this year, which is something we wanted to add to ours. But it helps keep us moving a little bit. Kind of want to get out and see how bad I'm doing. Kind of looking for any piles of corn around here. It looked fine there. Oh, there's one right there. Really white cob stuff. I think it's looking pretty good. I've not really seen it kick over any. And that was me going 3 miles an hour, which is no yield record setting pace by any means. So this is kind of the throughput we're looking per hour. Obviously that's not figuring turning around, moseying around, all that other stuff. That's if you were to set in this thing and go straight all the time. It's going to be a little less than that yet. So sorry, the battery went dead. Story of my life. Got that quarter done just to the west of us. Did well. It was actually probably in that 18-19% range, but I was close. We hauled a few loads off and they were actually in the 18s. We put it in the bin. We're blowing air on that. Guessing it's 25,000 roughly bushel in that bin. Blow air on it a few days and you can either haul that off or leave it in the bin, because that's kind of the goal. We're gonna try to focus on these beans here the next few days. Hopefully get them out. Maybe this week we can maybe get done with beans. We got quite a few to go yet, so we'll see on that. How's it going this morning, bud? Good. Good. Do you know we're back on beans? We picked a little corn yesterday and now we're back on soybeans. You gonna come out and ride with me? You don't know?
Grandpa or Aunt Anna?
Why do you always like them over me? Well, maybe after school today we'll see what happens, okay? 10-4?
10-4.
Alright, well we'll catch you later, okay bud? This bin has a bin monitor on it too. It's a little bit different. It's kind of it's an older one. For sure, but my dad just kicked on or somebody kicked on the fans yesterday, but you can run these on automatic, I believe. It's an old bullseye system for those of you who know these. So what I'm gonna do is come in here and set up kind of where the, kind of got to retrain myself here real quick. So you can come in here and tell it the minimum and maximum air temp you want to run it at, how many grain sensors, sensor status. It gives you kind of a cheat sheet over here, so I'm going to set this up and then I'll get back to you, kind of refigure myself. Okay, this one's got, I don't know if it'll focus on this. We got the current moisture. I want to change that. We're going to go up. Will be a little high. Kind of wanted to go to 15.5 for our target moisture. I don't know if this mic's picking it up, but you can hear a lot of coyotes yelping. It'll set it up kind of like that other one to run the fans at optimal times to dry it instead of running them all the time when the humidity gets too high and things like that. So I'm gonna go set this up and then head to the field. Farmer out driving in his field. Gotta go start this pivot up so we can move it out of the way. Nebraska farming. Hello ladies. See our hitch we had made for our cart? The winch is so you can pull the trailer closer if you have to. But now instead of the combines, we thought the cart driver might have a little more downtime to hook up to it and stuff. So far it's been working pretty good. We'll typically use it for the corn head though. through the head, got it all ready to go. Showed that before, so nothing groundbreaking there. First pass, it's 9:30 a.m. Still a little wet, but it's able to go, I think. It just takes a little more power to grind through them. Hopefully here in another hour with this breeze and stuff, it'll kind of be up to shape. So, but it's kind of nice to get going as soon as you can to get the trucks. Trucks are coming back that were full last, so it'd be nice to kind of keep them moving. Dad dumped his load from overnight on the cart, on the truck, let him take off. My mind's working faster than my mouth. So anyway, Tom's still over kind of tinkering with his. Hopefully we can get rolling steady here and get a good day, and we'll see. So this is a dry land pivot corner. They didn't do too whoop this year, especially on a hillside. Little dry. Every once in a while you'll get this problem with the draper. It'll catch some crap up underneath here and then stop your draper belt. It's not a lot, but it'll just wedge in there enough. Hopefully that fixes the problem. Get out of there. We got these really long rows right here. These ain't doing so whoop either. It's kind of a steep slope. They're gravity irrigated, but water just kind of runs right down them. There's not a lot of control with gravity flow on beans. Getting about 5:15. I kind of start thinking about summertime about 7 a.m. Looking forward to it. Who are you rooting for? Go Mustangs. Go Micah. Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that you? Yeah. Did you just eat? See, our view is not very good, is it? It will be when we turn around. Going south, going north. Well guys, Harvest 2022 will roll on and we'll catch you on the next one.